Damn it, scammers! Morning, everybody. I will get right into it. Somebody on IG recently tried to sell me their Walter Payton rookie card. I'll throw it up on the screen and you tell me what seems a little bit off about this card from 1976. Put it in the comments below. Guys, I read a great article on Sports Collectors Daily and I wanted to share it here in video form. I will put a link to it in the video description. Definitely check it out. There's a bunch of little tidbits in there that you can take from it that can help in your collecting/investing journey. Also, Ryan from Breakout Cards is featured in the article. Shout out, Ryan. Hope you're doing well, buddy. All right, the article references in 1981, a scammer sold fake 1963 Pete Rose rookie cards at the Philly card show, and a few years later, 10,000 fake Rose cards were confiscated in California. And this is going back to 1981. So that's when I was born. That was 41 years ago, almost 42 years ago now. It's wild. But as card prices started to rise, this is what's referenced in the article, there became more and more of a motivation to get into this sort of thing where you see the scams, the break-ins, all the stuff we hear in the news. I don't think we were seeing as much of that going back 5-10 years. But as we've talked about, the last few years have been a little bit wild and crazy. And we've seen more and more of this stuff, unfortunately. Andy Broom referenced here, he was interviewed by Sports Collectors Daily. Counterfeiters and card doctors have become more sophisticated since my awareness began in the 1980s, he said. The tech is getting cheaper and better, and I think the cheaper part is the key there to where it's easier for them to make a better fake product. And this is really important because, guys, we're spending a lot of money out here on cards. We have been. The article gives some great tips using a loop, using black lights, etc., to kind of look and see what's up with these cards. I think it's just a good reminder, as we go through this journey, sometimes we just forget. And I think too, if a deal is too good to be true, and also just try to get a read on the person that you're dealing with. The article references using trusted sellers, probably another reason why it's important to just build rapport with good solid dealers and work with them. But look, I think that there's still something to dealers buy collections from all over the place. So they might unknowingly take in cards like this. And when I see this where it's like 10,000 fake Pete Rose rookie cards were confiscated, there's probably a lot of this stuff that's still kind of out there in the market. We know that there is because there just has to be over time, there has to be kind of remnants of this stuff that carry through. And that's why, grading companies with all the heat that they get about this, that, or whatever, it is just an opinion, but it is another set of eyes that, it's a company that's using some form of technology to look at it, whether it is something as simple as a black light or a loop. There's some sort of expertise to look at the cards, and especially vintage cards. Vintage cards, buying them raw, you really have to know what you're looking at, what you're looking for. And I do know a few people in the hobby. I mentioned Ryan McClanahan yesterday, History Through Cards, his YouTube channel. He's one of those guys that can get a good feel on, ungraded vintage cards, but he's been doing it for decades. For the average person that's coming in and is like, oh, I want to get into some vintage stuff. This is the reason why there's been such a rise in grading and third-party grading among vintage cards. And then also, look, you've got issues with modern, ultra-modern cards. There's a Ja Morant card referenced in this article where the authenticity thing it's vertically on the side of the Panini card. And basically the call out there was that Panini doesn't put any of their writing, any of their authenticity stuff vertically on cards. But if you don't know what you're looking for and the card stock kind of feels and looks very similar, exactly the same, you're new into the hobby or getting back into it, you could easily miss that. More sophisticated counterfeit slabs are hitting the market. Ryan Breakout Cards did a video on this months back, but he was at a show where he had found an 86 Fleer Jordan, and I can't remember exactly what the details were on this, but I think it was basically like a real Jordan card inside of a fake slab, but it was real, but it was probably more like a 4 Jordan rookie, but it was sitting in like a fake 8 slab and being sold around. So there's a lot of creativity with this stuff. And according to Ryan, I'll throw up a list of kind of the most faked cards that he's seen kind of out there in the wild. I'll put that list up here. And so while I think that in the sea of cardboard that's out there, this is a small percentage of stuff, kind of the fake, the counterfeit stuff, it still is out there and it can still hit. It's like it might be the 1% or the 0.01%, but it's not to say that it can't happen to anybody. It can happen to any of us where we accidentally get into a card that is fake, or it's counterfeited, or a slab that's counterfeit, or whatever it is. So it's just being really, really mindful. My thing is, if a deal looks way too good to be true, it probably is. Even if I miss out on some amazing deal, it might just be that I miss out on that deal. So while the hobby, obviously, really fun place, lots of amazing cards, lots of amazing things going on, awareness is really key. Awareness for this sort of thing. And whether you're brand new to the hobby, just getting back in, or you've been in it for a while and maybe you just have your guard down and miss something, if the technology gets better, and again, technology ends up getting cheaper, this does open the door for scammy type stuff. So be aware, guys. Head on a swivel.
Hey, buddy.
Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.